to be transparent, and Labor should champion that, because Labor should be the party of the people. It should be the party of workers. God knows big business have got enough friends. They don't need us. We call on Labor today to stand up for some very straightforward things, right? We want them to stand up for jobs for its people. We want them to stand up for standards. We want them to stand up for safety. We call on Labor to stand against the exploitation of workers from other countries. Unions are proud. We are proud of our history of supporting migration. But we want people to be able to come here and make their lives here, to stay here as permanent residents. We don't want them to come here in a situation where they are vulnerable and where they are used and exploited to undermine local wages, local conditions, to be used as widgets in holes, not to be seen as human beings. We don't want that in Australia, and we certainly don't want trade negotiations to encourage that. And Labor should stand against that. We don't want trade agreements to trade away our sovereign rights, which is what an ISDS clause does, and I'm sure we'll hear more about the detail of that later. But this is undermining the very core of our democracy. For us to have our governments who we elect make laws in our interests. And we can't have that. We cannot have a Labor government stand up and say that that is a good thing. Corporate greed should not override democracy. Trade should promote human rights. Trade should create jobs. Trade should raise the living standards for everybody. We know Tony Abbott doesn't give a damn about whether trade does any of that, but we want the Labor Party to care. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Ged. So just a big shout out to the Union and Communities Roundtable Coalition.